Wapengo Lake is on the far south coast of New South Wales, midway between the small towns of Tathra and Bermagui. Since 2006, a group of local people, including oyster growers, have been working together to protect the lake's water quality.
It's a nursery for fish and everything, this lake. It's one of the best oyster growing lakes in Australia. Noted as one of the best recreational fishing lakes on the coast. National parks all around us and camping areas, and it's becoming very popular with tourists. Just a beautiful area for people to visit.
This place is set in a beautiful catchment, lots of forests, lots of waterways, and we wanted to be sure that our properties contributed to the health of the lake, so we decided we'd do something about getting them back into shape. We're in a catchment that has agriculture around it, and in agriculture that's forestry activities, it's dairy farming, beef farming, and then within the lake itself we have aquaculture, we have oyster growing. And it's quite possible that if the components aren't managed properly, particularly in the forestry and in the general livestock area, it affects the quality of the water, which in turn affects the aquaculture. So it's got to be managed as a collective group that wants to do it in a way that helps everyone have a sustainable lifestyle and a sustainable enterprise.
Oysters from every estuary have got a different quality, and the quality of the oysters from Wapengo have got their own unique quality, and it's I'm slightly biased, but they're amazingly beautiful things. The broader catchment affects oyster farming greatly, and we're lucky enough to have a fairly good catchment here, and an improving catchment, I think. Our water quality statistics have definitely improved in Wapengo in the last 5 years, and it's fairly easy to attribute that to really direct on-ground works, mostly fencing out cattle and revegetation along the banks.
Well, the community here has formed an association, a catchment association, that we call the Wapengo Watershed Association. And it is a group of residents and stakeholders in this whole catchment who want to see similar outcomes for this area. And the Catchment Management Authority works in conjunction with a range of government bodies and the association to make sure that project priorities are aligned, consistent with what the community wants and consistent with their view of what contributes to the health of the lake, and with that communication and guidance, the projects surface and then they're addressed and helped put in place by the Catchment Authority. In fact, we'd be lucky to do them without the Catchment Authority.
Oyster farmers are an inherently suspicious sort of mob, I reckon, because they're dealing with lots of different authorities and they're fairly solitary creatures as well. Oyster farming in New South Wales is it's like small family businesses, so people kind of stay small and keep things close to their chest. But working with the CMA on programs like that, helping us clean up our accumulated waste has really swung a lot of them around. So then when other projects come up, like fencing out of cattle and tree planting, they start to become more involved.
In the 3 years that we've been involved in partnership with the Watershed Association Council and other groups, we've been able to achieve around 80% of our original targeted repair sites. We think that's an excellent outcome. And the other outcome is that those community groups appear to be able to continue this process into the future.
The Catchment Management Authority serve a very important role in facilitation, coordination and encouragement. Without them, it would be hard to find a nucleus beyond ourselves. I think everyone has a shared view of what they want this catchment to look like. And it's because of that with this common outcome in sight that you can work collaboratively and collectively to get things done. This group of people here certainly have the will to keep this catchment in good shape.